So, hi, all best boomer people out there. Uh, Thanks for coming back if you're already subscribed. And if you're not, please consider it or at least like and share it. Uh, Today, I just got done with my run. Beautiful day in the neighborhood in Surprise, Arizona. A little bit breezy. Hopefully, that doesn't interfere. So today I was going to do a book review on Blackout by Candace Owen. It is an excellent book, and I might still do that just because some of her information is really mind-blowing, although it's out there for anybody to see, but she's collated it and presented it, and it's awesome. So I started another book that I'm not even finished with, but I thought this was a really good time to review what I've read. And it's called A Republic Under Assault. It's by Tom Fitton. And if you've never heard of him, which I hadn't, but my husband had, he's head of Judicial Watch. Now, I've heard of that organization, but never put much thought into it. But let me tell you, thank God they're there, because they're kind of the watchdog of both sides. If there's things that don't seem right, they'll investigate it even more thoroughly than the FBI. That's a joke. I hate to say that, but they'll investigate it. They'll request documents that aren't out there for others to see. I think it's what is it? There was a law that was put into place that allowed them to do this, and thank God they're able to, because some of this stuff is unbelievable. You know, they say ignorance is bliss, and to some extent it is, because I think if everybody in the United States, the general public, really realized what has been going on, they'd have a whole different view of the elections and of Trump. So what this book did was it tells you how we're under assault right now, from the deep state, from the impeachment attempts, and actually it was a attempted coup, from Hillary Clinton and her whole clan, and in the ballot box. The deep state, I guess probably the notorious one right now is James Comey, who was head of the FBI. And this stuff, there's so much here. And I've always thought, I don't know, when I'd watch the news or I'd watch Fox News and they went over all this stuff, it kind of just went over my head because there's so many names to keep straight. It's almost impossible. I imagine how hard it was to investigate these people. But they are part of the deep state, meaning they're behind the scenes trying to bring our government down. And they have proof of it in writing and emails and conversations. And when I read it, I guess it makes more of an impact when I read it than if I see it on the news, because they just go through it so fast. And if you haven't been keeping up, there's so many names involved. But anyway, when all this is, before Trump was even in office, they were trying to discredit him and bring him down, that he was colluding with Russia and all this, which has been debunked. But being as the media is left-wing, and think about this, when the media is left-wing, what do you really learn? What do you really hear that's unbiased? Not a whole lot. And if you're stuck to CNN, I'm going to say, if you go by that, you're one ignorant person. You've got to open up and get different views from different sources and then make your own judgment. But it's a scary thing when the media can control so much. And when you hear something 50 million times, people, rather than research it, they're going to just believe it because, that's the easiest thing to do. And if you trust a news source, then probably you're going to believe it. So during all this time, the perfect storm is when COVID was let go in our country from China, the China flu. And what a perfect storm, because there's confusion, chaos, and the people who want to step up and make hay, while the sun shines, there you go. That's the radical left and the liberals, and they've pretty much taken away a lot of rights, such as, gathering. And this isn't all about safety. If you think that is it, then I got a bridge to sell you. It's kind of like cigarettes. If they want it going on, even though we know it kills people, they'll let it go on. This one, if they know it's not as bad as the media has made it out to be, they're going to stoke the fires. And by God, you better hunker down, stay home. We better close up businesses. We're going to make you wear masks. And I am all for protecting other people, but I am also for those that are at risk to protect themselves. Isn't this what we're about? You're responsible, individually responsible. And so if you have those risk factors, isolate, stay home. Don't let people around you who are out and about, or take precautions with them. But no, our country has spread it to everyone to wear masks. Don't gather in, crowds and such. And I said in my last video, President Trump got it and was sick for, a day. And we have better treatments now, so the worry isn't as great, even if you do catch it. But I go back to 80% of people who catch it have mild or no symptoms. They don't even know they had it. And only 1%, 1 out of 100 in my age group, dies of it. It's a risk I'll take any day of the week because, I have a risk of 1 in 103 of dying in a car accident. I drive. It doesn't bother me. So I don't know where the common sense and logic has gone in this country. I don't know how people are so easily led. And so we'll see how the election tomorrow comes out. But I know, it's been a perfect storm. And the radicals who want to turn us into a socialist country, and for those who think socialism isn't bad, and I know there's been posts, well, this and that is really socialist. Nah, you want to see socialists, you go to the socialist countries. Do you see any of those people? Do you see us trying to get into their countries? No. Are they trying to get into ours? You betcha. So, that to me is a piece of common sense. But socialism is not the way most of our country wants to go. That is not our country. We're a capitalist country, and we've been doing fabulously. I don't care what anybody wants to say about it. Do we have poor? Yes. Do we have some without insurance? Yes. But we take care of our poor, I think, as best we can. And I grew up poor. I'm not just speaking out of my, to know, was it hard? Yes. We had, now it's Medicaid. We had all of that and we were taken care of. But, everything here isn't free. You have to work for it. And you have to follow the rules. And there's no society that's going to be a great society without laws and law enforcement and rules to follow. And if you think that's not so, the door is open. And I know there have been offers to pay for those tickets to get those who want to go to socialist countries out of here. Don't try to tear ours down. Okay, it ain't going to happen. If you look back, and I don't really remember, talking about COVID, the swine flu was in 2010, and it affected 61 million in the U.S. and killed 18,000. Now here, nothing was shut down. Nobody was made to wear masks. And the media didn't harp on it day in and day out. And so, and these are facts. If you, look it up and do a little research. So, what in the world is going on other than a great attempt at bringing our country down? And people are passionate about our country, as you witness in Trump's campaign speeches, and see the people who line up for him, because to them he signifies God and country. God is emphasized. The country is emphasized. He wants our country to be the best, as any country's leader should want. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. We're going to have popcorn tomorrow night. We're going to watch the election, although we might not see who actually wins. I pray to God that Trump does. Whether you like him or not, he stands for good. And please, I know it's late in the game to really read up on this stuff, but I never really knew how crooked and how involved Obama and his whole clan and Comey and all those, Steele and all those deep state people were involved in trying to bring Trump down, and who, some of them still behind the scenes. It's awful. Many of them should be locked up. And all you got to do is get out there and read and research. Don't take my word for it. I'm not really a real political person, but I am I do love the USA, and I do not want to see socialism, and I do not want to see these crazies take over. So, anyway, that's it. I guess you can call it my Monday random rant. But I'm going to try to do another video, and I might show some products this time. I have come up with one or two that I think are outstanding. So stay tuned. Please like and share, and consider subscribing. Like I say, I'm Bess Boomer, and I'm on YouTube. I do share it to Twitter and Facebook, but mainly on YouTube. So you guys take care out there. Make sure you vote, and we'll see how it all comes out. Bye-bye.